NBA right now. How has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it's interestingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch and pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Towns in at the 5.
Well, Taj Gibson has built his NBA game on his ability to rebound the basketball consistently. What a great nose for it he has.
Now here's Ariza. Capella sets a screen for Harden. The dish to Capella. Towns with the steal. Outside Butler. Pass to Teague. Feeds to Towns. And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. And it's Towns on the follow. On defense, the Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Here's Paul. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything through the low post. He told me, physically, we're the stronger team. We need to use that strength to our benefit. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
T kicks to Gibson. There's the screen. Gibson the screen. Wiggins from outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Harden outside. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Anderson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Come on, who doesn't like the turnaround jumper, especially when it's taken with that kind of precision?
Here's Towns. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this.
And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And
when your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good, and right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second chance opportunities.
Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Nene is out there with Luke and Mbamute. And it's Tucker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up three.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Well, that's a plus to Towns' game, right? He was a great free throw shooter in college, and that's carried over.
Crawford against Gordon with some arc, and the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Zhang does on the defensive end.
1:51 left now here in the second. Screen by Baamute. Paul for three. That one, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. He gets that one.
Well, the thought was Zhang would never be much of a scorer, but I think he's changing people's minds.
Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Nene. Here is Baamute. Connects from three-point range.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Crawford outside. Towns, a screen on Gordon. Here's Crawford. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here is Paul. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gordon for three, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
And Zhang kicks to Jones. Here's Towns. Some solid defense there by Nene. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Gordon against Crawford. Tucker dishes to Gordon. Screen by Baamute. Off the screen. That doesn't go either for Gordon. And here's Crawford. There's the pass to Jones. Here's Towns. The putback, and no good trying to get that one. And the first half comes in. Coaches, what are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities. They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said. So on the floor for Minnesota, Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Teague in at the 1. Ariza with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Ariza passes to Anderson. Over Teague. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Minnesota leading by 3. Kicks it to Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range. Rocket shooting for the game at 42%. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, DA. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. And there's the feed to Butler. Towns, the screen, and stolen by Ariza. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That ties the game. Harden's got 8.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And you love the heart, the fire they've shown here. Let's see if they can keep up this level of tenacity.
Ariza has the open look, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Ariza's got his first 2 points of the night. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Butler. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Mbaamute's checked in for Ariza. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Paul. And then for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Crawford in for Andrew Wiggins. That free throw good from Butler.
Well, listen, Kev, we know this. Getting to the line has become such a big part of Jimmy Butler's game. I can't help but admire how he has put together a complete package of an NBA game. It's really a thing of beauty.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Gordon missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Teague inside the line. Rebounded by Capella.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, we got to do a better job.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Minnesota in the lead. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Luke Mbaamute out there with Ryan Anderson. Then it's Nene in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Right side Gibson, 17-foot shot on the way.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Harden dishes to Mbaamute. And there it is for him. Mbaamute's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Houston.
And in a game this tight, a few plays either way can start to turn the tide.
No, exactly. When it's this close, both teams are fighting hard. This is what you want to see.
T kicks to Gibson. Some solid defense there by Nene. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Taj Gibson, a master at using that strength and length to snatch glass.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Nene. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. Anderson the screen. Now here's Tucker, defended by Butler. And the basket by Harden.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's Crawford. He dishes it to Butler. Passes it to Towns. Over Mbaamute. Not enough on that one as it misses. Houston in the lead. Harden the pass to Gordon. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Mbaamute. The 3 from Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Well, it is all about the 3 ball nowadays in the NBA. And when he's hitting from there, it's going to make things very tough on the defense.
Crawford kicks to Towns. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Harden, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
They set the pick. Gordon with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Screen by Mbaamute. Here's Harden. And so they foul intentionally. So for the Rockets, Riza comes in for Mbamute. And Paul subbed in for James Harden. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Minnesota. Riza dishes to Gordon. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. And stolen by Wiggins.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
And an intentional foul right there.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it comes off the front of the rim. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And despite having been in this league what seems like forever, Paul still goes to the line at a fairly high clip.
Well, guys, that'll seal it for sure, right? Terrific job keeping his concentration and knocking those down.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 5. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Three-pointer, Butler, kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And really, the defense on both sides, non-existent.
Yeah, as strong as some of these offensive performances have been, it's just not been solid on the defensive end. Neither team showing much heart in that department.
Here is Harden, and an intentional foul there stops the clock. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Butler from outside. On the money.
Big-time bucket by Jimmy Butler. Boy, I'm not sure they've got an answer for him right now, Kev.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.